How are you doing? I'm Martin from Gardens for Life. I was going to ask you one question. Is there any plants that you direct sow out into your no-dig garden? Please let me know in the comments below. The only thing I direct sow is carrots because it's just not worthwhile actually transplanting them. But I don't do them in drills. I just scatter them all over an area and then cover them with a small little bit of a layer of compost, like 1 millimeter, just to get them started. And that seems to work quite well, and you don't really have to tin them out that way. So the only thing we do is actually we start all of our plants in the greenhouse first, from seed, or from cuttings for that matter. So when we start plants from seed in the greenhouse, we grow them into seedlings, and I'll show you that in a minute. We'll walk over to the greenhouse now. We only plant them out once they're a strong little seedling. Something like these kind of plants here. A lot of these are actually onions and crown divisions, but in general, we also transplant them as a little bit of a bigger plant, like ½ litre or even 1 litre. Like you can see here in our recent video, we transplanted them and look how quickly they grew. They've already doubled, a lot of these plants. And they're only in here for a week now, so that's great. We're running a raffle for 16 different potted plants, all perennials. If you want to be in for a chance, if you're based in Europe, you can get tickets on our website. If you want to know what they are, there is a video on the raffle page. Before we go on, I'll just show you this garden real quick. We have yarrow here, and look at that lamb's ear. It's a lovely flower, and medicinal plant as well. This is comfrey, which is really taken over the place. There's actually an apple tree from Cloughjordan Eco Village. Thank you, Kevin, if you're watching. We'd like to get some more of those next winter. Hopefully the ones you gave us will take. And we have some Golden Tower Elder here, only small yet, but the love it is doing really well. And this is the Siberian yarrow. And there's a few more bits here. Olympic mullein, getting ready to flower now. It's going to put out its flowering stalk. And we have very large leafed example of Daubenton kale. Take a look at the size of the leaves. Normally they don't get that big. Let me know in the comments below how big your ones get. I think it's down to the fact that there's only one center stem. If you have lots of little stems or colas, it will actually produce much smaller leaves, but they're probably a little bit more tender. Although, let me just give this one a try here. It's good. It's still very tender considering the size of the leaf. Definitely one of the milder kales. They're not bitter, and it's perennial as well, so it will actually survive the winter with ease. That said, last winter I actually lost a lot of the Taunton Dean 3 or 4 year old plants. If any of you guys have any spare Taunton Dean cuttings, let me know. Please send me an email. I'd highly appreciate it. I'll make it worth your while. We barely actually grow any of the annual vegetables anymore, but even perennials actually are best transplanted first. You start them in the greenhouse because that's where it's lovely and warm over there. And you can get plants started quite early in the year, like even as early as February and March. It'll definitely give them a boost to have that extra bit of heat. And then we transplant them, we just plant them out. I'll show you what's in here now. Look at that, it's all fogged up. Oh, you can stay out there. Excuse me. Excuse me. The doggins. If I let them in here, they'll just make dust. This ground is awful dry here. So what I've been doing is actually I've been starting plants in ½ litre pots, like these Apios plants here. And they're actually growing quite tall, some of them. I might transplant them. Check out the roots. They're doing well. But a lot of the plants that I'm starting are either crown divisions or cuttings. And so you get the exact same variety as you had originally, so as the mother plant. This is white comfrey. So when we start plants from seed, hang on. So these are actually plants I started from seed. That's yarrow. And you can tell that they're ready by checking the roots underneath. And if I just pop one out, you can just push it out from the bottom and check which one it is at the top. And that's the plant. So it's not quite ready for transplanting, but you can see how deep the roots actually reach, all the way down to the bottom. So we're going to put that back for the time being. But let's take a look here. These are actually Portuguese kale, and they've been doing very well, and they are probably just about ready. I have already transplanted some of them into some half-litre pots just to get them started in the greenhouse. And take a look at that. You can tell that that one is ready. And what we'll do is we'll just bring this out and I'll just show you what I do with it. Now you could transplant it into a half-litre pot or even a bigger pot, but it's not necessary because these ones are hardy enough. They can be planted out before the last hard frost. So I think we'll be safe enough now. This is the end of April now. So let me just bring one of these down this way. Here was a swede going to flower. I bring that, give that to the chickens. They don't mind it as long as it's any kind of brassicas. Since we don't have any Portuguese kale in our raised bed yet, I'll just throw one in. We'll just throw one in here. So just make a little hole like that and pop the plant in. And that's it. Look at this Portuguese kale. Isn't it just incredible? So lush. Each of these plants has grown from seed this year. Look at that. It's massive. I mean, there's probably like a week worth of food here for a family, or a bit of leaf for the whole winter, a little bit of leaf every day for a soup or something like that, or even for the chickens. So it's nice to grow a little kale patch so that you'll have a bit of greens for the winter. Let me know in the comments what way you transplant your seedlings and what plants do you not actually start off in the greenhouse first, like from seed, for example. Like what do you actually sow out directly? Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time. If you'd like to support us, you can become a member of Gardens for Life or buy something on our online shop so you can avail of other cuttings and tubers and plants. Out of bois. Up the pan. That's the job.